Alright, so lots of people have been asking me to do a gig log, and that is what I'm going to be doing in today's video. Finally going to be doing one. So if you're interested in a gig log, sit back and enjoy this video, because I've got my pretty just cheap and basic light show that I just take. Absolutely nothing special at all. It's just a set of really shitty brand lights on the ends there that do a really good job of lighting the room up. A pretty decent AVE laser, and then a pretty decent AVE, I don't even know what you call that. It does a good job just for parties and things like that. It lights the room up pretty well, especially with the smoke machine on. It looks pretty nice. So if you're interested in that, stick around for this video, because it's going to be my first gig log. Show it some support, and yeah, let's kick this off. Alright, so the setup I run for the JBLs is just a very basic EQ, and I also run them in sub mode, which means that they have a low cut on normal frequencies that are carried out by a subwoofer. So you can see here it's at sub mode. I leave the volume just at 100% because the volume on the app is separate to the volumes on the back, so I just leave it in 100% on here. Otherwise you'll end up getting to a gig or something, and then it'll be turned down through the app, and then you can't adjust it. So that's a bit of a pain in the ass, and they can only be connected to one device at once. But always just leave that at 100 and use the volumes on the back. And then for an EQ, I just have it pretty much flat, except a slight boost on the treble frequencies, as you can see just there, just because I tend to like a brighter sound, and if it gets too bright I can always just turn it back the tiniest little bit with my mixer. So that's pretty much how the JBLs are set up. So this is the setup I use here. It's two AVE Bass Boy version 2s and the two JBL Eon 612s. Great little PA. Very portable. The subs are small and lightweight. The JBLs are small and lightweight. It's a very easy system to get from A to B, and very easy system to set up. That's why I love it so much. Alright, and so for entertainment purposes only, I'm going to set up the smoke machine and just quickly run the smoke machine, just to show you what the sort of lights can do with the smoke machine on, because it looks 100 times better with the smoke machine on. So I'll just show you in this room before I go. And yeah. Okay, so the smoke machine is finally ready, and let's blast this room with some smoke. That will be plenty. See, that's starting to look a bit cooler now. That laser is bloody awesome. Everything looks absolutely sick when there's smoke in the room. How ridiculous does that look? Just looks absolutely mad. Pretty much just waited for the smoke machine to heat up just for this shot for you guys, and now I gotta get rid of all the smoke out of my room. But there you go. Cheap little lights can look good, pretty much. I know it's basic, I know it's cheap, I know it's not the way to do it, but that's the way I do it, and it works wonders. No one's complained. Everyone likes the lights show. So that's pretty much how I set up lights. My sound is definitely my specialty, not lighting, but that's the basic lighting setup I take to gigs. And yes, someone can comment, we get it bro, you vape. Alright, so we have the AVE subs, which I'll probably just stick in the middle somewhere at the back, or in the middle, I don't know where I'll stick them. And the JBLs will go up the front on the speaker stands, and I'll have lights in the middle with the smoke machine probably underneath them, because that's where it'll fit the best. I'm actually curious to know how well it's going to fill the room. My subs, that is, because it is quite a big room. Alright, so I'm absolutely exhausted. It's now the day after the gig, and funnily enough, I had work this morning. So got home from the gig roughly probably 1 o'clock in the morning, bed by 1:30, and then up at 6:30 for work, which means at the moment I am running on next to no sleep, and I'm absolutely exhausted. Right now I'm using the stock mic on my camera, so if the audio sounds terrible, apologies for that. But now it's time to pack all this stuff up. It's 12:30, I've just got back from work. I'm absolutely tired, but I'm gonna pack all this up and then just chill for the rest of this day. I do apologize for the gig log sort of being pretty meh. The music there was all really like this like popular sort of stuff, so every one of those songs that I was trying to like get clips of, they were all going to be like copyright, so that's why there was a very, very small amount of music and actual stuff from the gig, because when you're actually trying to like record, when you're trying to set up and whatnot, you're trying to do it as quickly as you can, and the last thing you really want to be doing is spending like half the time worrying about getting good shots and that. So I want to get there, set up and pack up as quickly as I can. Realistically, you need a third person if you want to get real good shots of pack up and set up and walking through it, because you really don't want to go stupidly slow whilst you're, packing and setting things up. Alright, so I'm just including this if anyone was curious. I'm back on the Rode mic now, but I'm not like directly in front of it, so the audio might still sound pretty shit. Finally fixed the fader knob on the desk. I'm so stoked. It actually doesn't fall off every 5 seconds. It's so much better. And for being such a powerful smoke machine, see this, that's the line there. I literally used like the tiniest amount of the smoke machine fluid, which is really weird because I was running it on intervals. Every 80 seconds it would play, or it would put out smoke at 100% for 3 seconds, and the whole room was smoked up all night, and it's used literally nothing. Like, I have to tilt it to show you. It is above the fill line, but yeah, this thing is actually a lot more efficient than I thought. It's like a 2000 watt smoke machine, so this thing does actually do really good work. AVE typical, puts in work, does really good. But yeah, that's the smoke machine. I can't believe I still have that much fluid left in it. So I'll just include a clip now of these things here lighting up the room. You can see for such a cheap little thing, they actually do a ridiculously good job. Now, this whole stand here that I actually made myself, pretty much just welded these plates on. Look at that weld job. Pretty much just welded these plates on for them to attach to, and then there's just a bolt. Let me bring that up and zoom you in on it. It's pretty much just a bolt, then a spring thingo, I forget what you call those, and then just pretty much just a washer and a screw. That's pretty much just how they're attached. I just grab a set of pliers and then a screwdriver and undo it, just like that. And now I can take half of it off. Alright, so I hope you guys have enjoyed my absolutely terrible gig log that I tried to do a really good job of, but it wasn't really that great at all in the end. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. If you have, chuck some support down below, and I might try and get a mate to come along and film me on my next one. So if you guys want to see one of those, and you want someone to come and record it and actually try and get some like real good clips on it, show some support down below, and I will try my hardest to make that happen on the next one. So if you guys have enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Chuck a like down below, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next one.